Welcome to VetterView. My name is Cesar Rubio, and I created this podcast to show some raw experiences and challenges service members face during service and transition to the civilian world. I'd not only like for us to be able to share our experiences, but offer advice to others who could be facing similar challenges and give people a different perspective and understanding to the challenges we face.
All right, we're back with another VetterView episode. This is episode 4, believe it or not. 4.5?
Yeah, 4.5.
4.5, we'll call it? Or fucking whatever. Tell the people who you are.
I'm Jacob, Haley Christopherson. I was in the Marine Corps from 2014 to 2018, and served with old Rube Dog here from about 2015 to, when did you get out? 17?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And I EAS'd a short year later in September of 18.
Yeah. And you were with 2-7.
2nd Battalion, 7th Marines, baby.
Yeah.
Old Havoc.
Fucking Havoc. Let's get to these questions. Why did you join the military? And the Marine Corps?
I came from a pretty much every male. My grandpa was in the military.
Mm-hmm.
My dad was in the military. My stepmom was in the military. So that's something I knew I wanted to do.
Right.
Probably around middle school, just because I wasn't smart in school. I was like, I'm not going to fucking college. Fuck this.
Yeah.
So I was originally, my family was pushing me to join the Air Force.
Mm-hmm.
And looking back now, I can see why. But I knew the Air Force wasn't for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I went and talked to an Army recruiter and was going to join the Army, but all my friends wound up joining the Marine Corps. And they're like, man, just come talk to the recruiter. Like, all right, man.
Yeah.
So went and did, and I was sold on it right away. I was like, man, this seems a lot better than the fucking Army. So
yeah.
I drank the Kool-Aid right away and got the process started immediately. And
how far in were you? How far in were you with joining the Army? Like, how far in the process were you before you went to go talk to the recruiter of the Marines?
I wasn't very far in it. I don't even think I started doing the MEPS paperwork or anything. I was just talking with them, browsing jobs, and so I was on the fence of going 11 Bravo or the medic field.
Right.
And after I think it was probably like a week or two later after talking to him, I went and talked to the Marine Corps recruiter.
Boom. Got you going.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
What do you think it was about the Marine Corps that made you pick it immediately? Was it just the whole pride and honor shit that they like to scoop up?
No, for me, really, man, it was like the brotherhood. You could tell, like, they hold themselves higher than any other branch. I mean, I don't have anything against any branch, but we just have that everlasting love-hate relationship with them. And you can pick a Marine out of the crowd. You can't really pick anyone else out of the crowd because they look like fucking shitbags.
Yeah, it's definitely a strange reputation they almost hope that you keep whenever you get into the Marine Corps. I think it's like, oh, that guy's, they're the Marine. Which I think says something about the branch. Obviously, there's a love-hate relationship with the Marine Corps on its own, honestly. Just because there's some toxic leadership at some points, and there's stupid decisions being made, and which I understand. It's the military. It's not it's not perfect. Nothing's perfect, but I think there's some rough edges that the Marine Corps could definitely work on and make it a whole better branch. I think it could be way better.
Yeah. Get all the kids that were bullied in high school out of a leadership position.
Yeah, or keep training, or like keep sending them to leadership courses or something. Like have them shadow another. Just like I think, okay, I don't know how this would work. This is just a thought. Have them shadow like a good leader, like a Staff Sergeant Brown, or like a Gunny Rap, or like fucking Staff Sergeant Hernet. Like just have them shadow a good leader and see like what he can learn from him, and then he can build his own, leadership kind of character from what he learns from Staff Sergeant Brown or Staff Sergeant. Like have him shadow another Staff NCO for a week, have him shadow another one, and then he can make his own. Kind of like I told you guys, just get the good things and the bad things out of us, like, and then you can pick however the fuck you want to do it, because I just think that's the way to do it. That's the way it should work.
Shit. Most of my peers took all their shit from Cat and Ski.
The skates were never dull, to say the least.
No, them bitches were always sharp.
Fucking razor sharp, son. You cut diamonds with those motherfuckers. I get it though. They were decided they weren't gonna. They were. I think they were decided that they weren't gonna stay in, and they were just like, "Fuck this." I get it. They don't want to play the game, and fucking 2-7 was rough. 2-7 was not an easy.
It's super rough. Yeah. Trust me, I don't blame them for going and skating, dude. I wish I could have did the same.
Yeah. Somebody has to keep it going though.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was the poor soul who had to.
You gotta
be
those billets and got everything kind of handed to you, like in when it comes to responsibility.
Dude, I was working like up until the week before I got out.
Yeah, they tried pulling that stunt on me for sure. It's I get it, the needs of the Marine Corps, but you gotta pass it over to what I think is the new guys that are going to be taking the positions in that unit and or section. Like, when, for example, when they didn't want to let you guys get you got one, right? You got one immediately. But when they didn't want to let anybody else get like a different title. Like Gunny wanted me to do the hazmat still, as I had like less than a month to get out. He wanted me to do the safety shit, even though I was like, dude, I'm
you're gone.
Yeah, somebody else has to learn all this. And I was willing to teach, but they didn't want me to. They didn't want me to teach. Did I lose you there?
Oh, hold on. Yeah, sorry, some dude was trying to call me.
That's okay. Fuck. So, you ended up going overseas twice, right? One of them to TQ, and the other one was to Kuwait, yeah?
Yeah.
Was that in Jabber?
Unfortunately, yeah. Okay. Went to Jabber, and then I went to some army fob in Syria for about a month.
How was that?
Dude, Syria was nice. I mean, it was cold, but I was just there I wasn't there to do anything cool. I was just there to fucking receive trucks from Kuwait and send them off to our position.
Yeah, it's kind of how like when they would send people up to TQ to drop shit off, or like stay up there for support for a little bit.
Yeah, our stay got extended just because I guess we were just waiting on one truck.
Right.
And it took forever to get up there.
Yeah.
But it was cool. It was really chill. The army base kind of sucked because they see the Marines in the chow line and they fucking jip you.
Really? They're just fucking dicks?
Yeah, yeah, dude. They'll be like loading their.
Fuck that chow hall story. The army guys are being dicks. They didn't want to serve you as much as they served the other guys. Fuck them.
Yep.
For some reason. It's the ego. Sorry. Hopefully we can continue without any more goddamn issues here. 2020, baby. First world problems right here.
Yeah.
The whole world is infested with COVID-19, and I'm complaining about not
Wi-Fi.
But yeah, I'm complaining about fucking a shitty Wi-Fi connection. So what do you think was the best part that you got out of being deployed overseas?
A new perspective on life, man.
Yeah, I agree.
especially not in so much Kuwait, because that place is just a mini Los Angeles, but
Sure.
Iraq definitely opens your eyes to the world.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely it's definitely shows you how different it is in some parts of the world compared to what we got at home, and when we complain about dumb shit like Wi-Fi. And the money's nice too, a little bit. It's tax free, but I feel like it's definitely an experience. Has anybody ever asked you if you regret joining the military? 'Cause I've been asked that before.
Yeah.
What do
And
you
I
say?
tell them no. I'd do it all over again in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't. I don't regret it. I thought it was a cool growing experience. Me and McCorn were talking about this when we did the podcast, and where it fucked up. It's like we grew up in a different manner than most of the people our group age are growing up, because they get to see more America experiences and just like more outside experiences, instead of being in the Marine Corps and experiencing or in the military in general, experiencing how that kind of goes compared to just other shit, and how it really works out here, which is kind of weird. Everybody's very their own thing, which is, I mean, that's the world,
Yeah, man, for sure. I mean, it's a life experience I wouldn't trade for anything.
Yeah.
Like, there were bad times, but there were also a lot of good times.
I agree. Man, that coffee's cold as fuck. It's gross. And was there a reason that you didn't want to re-enlist, or like, was there anything that just swayed your mind that way?
Say probably leadership was a big part of it,
Yeah.
and just the direction the Marine Corps is going nowadays. Like, they say the grass is greener on the other side, but I've talked to people who've been on that side of the grass.
Yeah.
And I heard more negative than positive. Because every person I've asked, they say they regret re-enlisting. So I'm like, well, I can stay here and try it out, but after living the Victor unit life, man, I don't think I would like being in like a slower paced. Yeah. I don't like fucking someone telling me my socks need to be marked, or I gotta have markings on this, that, fucking bring your boot blousings up. Why do you look like shit? Like, dude, there's a bigger task at hand.
Yeah, well, I think, and this is just a statistic that's probably wrong now, but I think more than 10% of people in the military are ever going to see combat, or be in a combat area. So it's like they don't really have that. They try to keep that mentality, but they focus more on the little tedious bullshit. When it comes to like, oh, your uniform, and it's cool. Like, I understand your uniform should look good, right? But it shouldn't be the main mission, I think, of that unit. I think.
I think if you know how to do your job effectively, that really is what matters.
Yeah, maybe do some drills. I don't know, something. But it's funny that you say that, being in a Victor unit, which is like a unit, like you said.
Yeah, infantry unit.
Yeah. I think Colossa was just like, he was just like, fuck going from 27 to a unit like I am in now, because he's about to get out here soon. He might be out already. Because he was not re-enlisting, and I think it's when it's kind of, I think, from like blue Navy corpsman to the green side. I bet that's like the same fucking flip. I'm sure you could get past it if you really just want to stay in and you want to make it your own thing, but
it wasn't for me, man.
No way.
Like, I couldn't deal with the Lance Corporal fucking acting like he's my fucking friend, knowing he's never done anything but sit there.
Yeah, it's I don't know, it's a strange thing. Hopefully they get a little bit better. I don't know if they're working on it. I don't know how it's changed. I'm not banging
Nama
on it.
seems to love it.
Nama's Nama. I haven't spoken with Nama in a bit, but
shit, my boots ran into Nama on their second deployment. He was in Kuwait again.
Oh, really? Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, man, he's with the Pendleton unit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think he's in the same unit as Colossal was.
Oh, really?
Him and Cameron Kanan.
Well, all three of them. No shit. That's cool. That's lucky.
Yeah, all three of them. At least when they left 2-7, I know all three of them went to the same spot where they went after that.
I wonder if Cameron's staying in.
I don't know, dude. I haven't talked to that dude in a long time.
Same. It's been a while. But so you said they were working you until like you were about to get out, right? Did you?
Yeah, because Phasmo was coming up. That giant inspection.
Oh, that huge inspection where they check not all of them, but a lot of the secondary job titles that are issued to you. And what do they check? Quality control.
Yeah, they check quality control, mods, tool room, all the operations, billets.
Sure.
And really, the only reason why I bit the bullet and did it is because our LT, Lieutenant Morton, man. That dude's a fucking good man, and he asked me to get it done, so I worked for him because he get me on the back end.
That's awesome. Yeah. Good.
So I did it for him.
Yeah. That's cool of you, man. Especially with not being able to, or not allowing. I don't want to say allowing yourself, but not giving yourself a little bit more time than you could have had to, prepare yourself when you're getting out.
When it came time to turn my gear in, though, I told all of them, I was like, "This is my focus."
Yeah.
And so I got to get all my checkout sheet done.
Awesome.
And everything, so I was good. The only thing that sucked is I went to TRS the fucking week I got out. So.
Did you really? Wow. What'd you think about that transition readiness seminar?
It had some helpful points, but really the only thing they care about, or what I picked up from that seminar, is they just want to make sure you're not fucking homeless when you get out.
Yeah.
Like they don't really care about making sure you know how to go to the VA to file a claim. They just enroll you in e-benefits and tell you to figure it the fuck out.
Yeah, that is true. They don't really. I don't know if they give you a heads up as to like what you could potentially experience when you get out of service. Maybe that would be cool. They should have maybe like a what is it, a therapist or a psychologist,
like a psychiatrist or something.
Yeah, come and talk to you guys and be like, hey, so just want to talk to all you guys and potentially let you know that with transition comes some side effects. It's not like a pill side effect, but I guess it could kind of be. And these are some things that you may potentially face. And if you do face these things, you can reach out to these numbers, reach out to your family, blah 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 blah. At least something. I don't think they did that, right?
I think they give you the suicide prevention hotline.
That's a good one. Yeah, it's kind of like when you call the VA every time.
Yeah, and they just refer you to.
It just always asks if you're like gonna.
Are you gonna kill yourself?
Yeah, it's like the first thing it asks. Are you gonna kill yourself? If so, call 911.
It's like I'm thinking about it after dealing with your ass.
Yeah, after I hear that, now maybe. Like Jesus, it's wild shit. So did you get to set yourself up for when you were getting out? Like, did you get
a? Set me up?
Well, I guess like, did you? Well, you had a plan, right? You went to school.
Oh yeah, that's the main reason why I was so comfortable getting out. Is prior to getting out, I already knew what I was gonna do. I already enrolled in school. The only thing I had to figure out when I got to Houston was where I was gonna work, and that worked itself out within a week of me being there. So
right,
I had a source of income. I had school. I had school money, somewhere to stay.
Yeah.
And the only thing that really helped with that is my grandpa lives in Houston. So
nice, dude. That ended up working out for you nicely.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and that was the trade school that that you went to, right?
Mm-hmm. Good old Universal Technical Institute.
Nice. Would you? Jesus. Excuse me. Would you recommend that to people?
No.
No.
Fuck no.
Fuck no. Is it just?
No, dude.
Is it just not very useful or what?
It's a thanks for your money. Here's a piece of paper.
No shit, really?
Dude, yeah, they don't fucking work with you for one. They care more about your goddamn attendance. And it's like, I have a fucking life outside of this fucking school, man. I have to go take care of some business. And they're like, well, if you're over 12 hours, you're going to fucking fail the class. I'm like,
what do you mean over
all right,
12
man.
hours?
So each course is 3 weeks long,
Mm-hmm.
and you can only miss 12 hours of class time in those 3 weeks.
Right.
So that's like 2 full school days.
Right. Damn.
Yeah.
And if you
It's
miss
like-
2 school days, that's it, you're out?
So you can be, if you miss 2 days,
Mm-hmm.
you can't miss any more. Like,
Right.
you can't even be late 15 minutes.
Or they'll kick you out?
Yeah, you'll fail the class.
And I'm guessing they'll still charge you for it?
If you time out of a class, you owe the VA money. If you academically fail, you're okay. The VA will pay for it.
Oh, really? Okay, well, that's good to know. I thought if you failed, you still have to pay.
No. I mean, it's not all terrible. I mean, I did take out some good things from there, and I learned some good stuff.
Sure.
And I did the follow-on programs, and I got certified. I got I think it was like 12 certificates from Cummins.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah,
That's
so
pretty
I
good,
mean, that's the only thing that was worth it. The core program, no, just because there's so many kids in each class, and they just try to push you through.
Oh, really?
But
I thought it was a smaller group.
No, dude, there's like anywhere from like 15 to 30 kids a class. Most of the time it's closer to 30, and there's only one instructor.
Wow.
But Cummins, I think I had like 8 people in my class, and it's the same people throughout the whole 3 months.
Right. One instructor, but only 8 people?
Yeah, and
that's better.
They go in a lot more detail. Like, you learn twice as much.
Have you ever been to Subaru school when you were working there?
No, I just did the like those online classes for them.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Like when I worked at Subaru, man, I loved working there, but I hated it because I was making $11 an hour.
Jesus.
And I was pretty much a mainline tech, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I did everything. I changed transmissions, diagnostics.
Right.
Did the valve springs for that recall. Dude, and I asked for a $1 raise, and they told me no, I have to go get an ASE certificate.
Jeez.
I was like, dude, I make y'all money, and you don't pay me shit.
Yeah, the automotive industry is kind of weird, right? It's kind of strange.
That's why I love diesel, man.
Yeah. Diesel's a little bit harder on your body, though, ain't it? Just because it's heavier shit, but it pays more.
I mean, depending on where you go, you have a whole bunch of lifting equipment. I mean, so you're really not breaking your back as bad as like back in the day.
Sure.
But yeah, there are some things that are like, fuck, man, that's heavy as shit. But
yeah.
Pays a lot better. A lot better.
Yeah, the automotive industry is fucking strange, dude. It's not a easy job to do, I think, and me personally, I think it could potentially do a little bit better by the technicians. It's a little bit strange. I think it could definitely do a little bit better. But that's just what I think, because it's a very expensive thing to upkeep, and it's a person's second biggest investment in their in their life. It's a house and a car, and if you want to buy,
I just hate how the damn people who hang the ticket on the damn tech board make more money than you for doing nothing.
Who, like the service advisors?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those guys make bank. I mean, it requires customer service, right? But the technical side and everything else is just
like they do nothing but talk to a person.
Yeah.
They're not out there trying to figure out what's wrong with the bitch.
Yeah, you do the hammering and then you hand it over to them and they pitch it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a weird. The the compensation has a weird balance when it comes to service writing and being technical.
Tech work.
Yeah, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah. It's all right though. There's money to be made in the auto industry if you get to the right place.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, if you're in the right place, that's for sure. So back to your transitioning process. When you were getting, we have an automotive trade talk. Who gives a fuck? If you're any techs and you have any opinions on this, feel free to comment them. You know, I am intrigued by what you're thinking. You probably either think, one, we are just trash techs and lazy, or two, you agree that you should probably get paid a little bit more for the big jobs that you do and the amount of knowledge that has to be going on up there to work on these every year changing vehicles. Okay. Yeah. Every year. So when you were getting out of the Marine Corps, what do you think were some of the good things and some of the bad things about your transition?
I'd say the good things were
freedom.
That's the fucking biggest one, man. You wake up the next morning like, oh yes, I don't have some dickhead telling me I have to be outside in the freezing cold at 6 in the morning.
Some asshole pointing out your golden chevrons or your chipped chevrons. Fucking piece of shit.
That asshole.
Fuck that guy, dude.
Yeah, dude. And I guess really my move out, I mean, I already had a plan, so it was gravy for me, but you really don't feel any negative effects until I'd say probably 3 to 6 months later.
That's a fair.
Just because you're so high on that freedom, and you're just,
dude.
Fuck, man, life's great. I'm making some money. Life's going good.
Yeah, that goes down very fast. It's like a little high that when you come down, it's like a big ass crash. It's like the biggest crash. I've never done anything super crazy, so I don't know what I could compare it to. But it's like it's a big fucking crash. It's like you drank 3 energy drinks, right? And then you can get hit by all 3 of them coming down. You're just like, oh my goodness, this isn't that great.
No, you're like, yeah, because you get out and you start talking like how you used to talk to random. Oh, dude, yes. Barracks life was great.
A lot of people complain about it, but it's like you have these weird thoughts. Or, for example, me, sometimes I'm like, man, I miss the field a little bit. Like, I miss going out there and it being like dark and you're just fucking sleeping out there, chilling. It's quiet, you know. It depends what you're doing if you have missions at night, but if you don't, then you're chilling, dude. And it could be cold and it could suck, but I don't know. There was something weird about that, honestly.
Yeah, man, and just talking to like actual civilians, dude. You like keep talking and joking around how you were with your buddies in the Marine Corps and shit.
Right.
Then you get looked at like you're fucking crazy. Like, did you really just say that?
You're like, you get some weird looks.
What?
What is that?
That's not okay to say.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, some weird shit. Definitely gotta filter some shit out because people are not used to hearing that stuff, I guess. And they're like, what the fuck? Or somebody being open about certain things. It's definitely strange. I think it's just two different like two different
worlds, man.
2 different worlds. It's like you're just going into another world of people you've never spoken with, and like you gotta learn how those people act and behave, and you're like, okay, so this is how we do things. Alright, you don't say these things, or you're not this open, but I'm still gonna say it, you know.
Yeah.
It's weird. Oh, there's really no rank structure out here. That's strange. Okay, so there's like, how are these people going about it when it comes to, I don't know, mutual respect? Because some people are just dicks out here, right? And they've never been told anything. And then you tell them something, and they're like, what the fuck?
Like, yeah, then they want to fight you, and it's like,
either
what,
that,
motherfucker?
Either that, or they're just like, you know, they just get shook because they've never been spoken to that way, or never, not even in a super aggressive manner. Just like, hey man, do you have a problem? You know, like,
yeah,
fuck. Some people just need to hear it, I think, because sure, it's okay to be a dick, but some people might say something. You know?
Yeah, dude. That and knowing you get those select few who try to be the fucking chief of the tribe when they're fucking Indians, and it's like, or they think they're your boss, and it's like, dude, you need to get the fuck away from me.
Oh yeah, those play bosses.
Mm-hmm.
But they're not. There's another worker, but they're trying to play that role.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, unless they get told they're in a position that, you know, unless they get told officially by like a manager, like, hey, he is like the second one down, or whatever, you know. But there's not a lot of clarity, I think. What is it that you were challenging with the most when those 3 to 6 months hit you? Was it just missing barracks, missing the lifestyle? What was it?
I think it was having like a group of friends and shit, man.
Or just that same sort of people around you that you know that you could count on. Some days, some days not, whatever. But
yeah, because you build a bond with people because you're going through the same struggle together.
Yeah.
But out in the civilian world, everyone's life's fucking different.
Yeah.
Like you just show up to work and that's it.
Yeah. You could try to like make your own group, but it's not. It's nowhere near.
No.
The same that it was when you were in.
And when I worked at Subaru, I made some, I guess, friends, if you will. But you go out and drink with them, but you have fun, but you're like, this isn't the same, man. So you just find yourself not having the best time, and you're just there, and you can't really talk about what you want to talk about because no one will understand it.
Yeah.
There's nothing that connects you.
Right. Or a lot of your stories are Marine Corps stories, you know? And it's
exactly.
Like, and sometimes you're like, man, I really don't want to say another one of these. Like, I want to talk about it, but I don't want to talk about it with these guys because we're probably like, man, another story. It's like, dude, that's all I've known for the past fucking few years. I'm sorry, this is all I got. And maybe we're just overthinking it, or maybe I'm just overthinking it, but I don't know. It doesn't feel the same. It almost feels like, I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain it when you're
because the story's not appreciated by them because they don't know what it's like.
You know?
Yeah.
It's not as felt, but you can only try to put it you can only try to put it a certain way where they can understand it and really explain, like, oh, staff sergeant, supervisor, or like, you know, it's kind of, or manager, whatever it may be. It's hard.
That's usually what I called, like, whenever I was describing someone, I'd just be like, yeah, my boss in the Marine Corps, my manager in the Marine Corps, because you say Gunny and they're like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah. God?
Yeah, he pointed a gun at you?
Yeah, no, he would just hit me every time he'd walk by me. Hey, rap, what's up?
Yeah, no shit.
I remember he was walking by me once and I just flinched immediately. He's like, why are you flinching for? And I was like, because you're going to fucking hit me, Gunny. He's like, what? I was like, yeah, motherfucker.
Man, I remember I had to change a line out one time on I think the Hydro Booster.
Mm-hmm.
And Perry was doing it first, and then he was getting fed up with it, so he made me go do it. And I was putting it on, and I was like, Gunny and Scrib Dog came out, and he was like, I think it's stripped, Gunny. He's like, hey, if that thing's stripped, you might as well just start drinking Dextron now, because I'm going to throat fuck you with my fist. I was like, all right, let me get this on.
Just get a dye, try to clean it up, you know?
Yeah, I was like, well, I didn't fuck this up, but I guess I'm taking the rap for it, so let me try to fix it.
He said, say that again. He said what? He said if that thing is stripped, he's gonna what?
He said, start drinking Dextron, which is the transmission fluid or power steering fluid. He was like, because I'm gonna throat fuck you with my fist. I was like, all right, good to go,
I'm working on it.
Like 10 minutes later, I got that bitch on there, made sure it wasn't leaking, and I was like, Sergeant Scribner, it's good.
Fuck, that's hilarious. That's some funny shit. Fucking Gunny. He made he made Cat put something in his pocket for information one time. He was like chewing on something right in front of him, and Gunny's like, "Really, fucker?" He's like, "Are you serious?" And Cat's like, "What?" And then he's like, "Take it out of your mouth," and he grabs it. And he's like, "Put it in your pocket." And he looks at Gunny like, "What?" He's like, "Put it in your fucking pocket, Cat." And he like puts it in his cargo pocket. That was the first time I seen Gunny do something like that. I thought that was hilarious. Somebody out here would be like, "What? He just made that dude put like chewed up shit in his pocket?"
Like, yeah, man.
Yeah, that's what happens. You fucking play stupid games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when you spit on the ground in boot camp, they make you put it in your pocket.
Yeah. Or they fucking just spit on you, you know? Fucking assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so how would you say that you try to get, I guess, get rid of that sort of itch? Because it's more like a mental itch, right? Like or it's missing that sort of lifestyle or maybe potentially culture. How did you fucking go about with overcoming those sort of feelings about missing that that lifestyle? Do you still miss it? Like, I'm sure it still comes back in waves, right?
Oh yeah, man. Really, I just became friends with a few vets from school.
Yeah.
And we're still friends to this day, man. I mean, one of them's at my house every weekend, even though I'm not there. He goes there to check up on my house and shit.
Yeah.
And when I'm in town, we hang out. And what was the last question you asked after that?
Like if how you overcame those sort of feelings of missing the Marine Corps enough to where it makes you struggle. Yeah.
Yeah, I missed the life, man. I was about to join the Army again here earlier this year.
Yeah.
But after that bad accident, my back said no, so I was like, fuck, well.
Yeah, that was a pretty rough accident. That was crazy.
Yeah, man. So I started looking for contracting jobs, dude, because it's the next best thing and it pays, well, most of them pay better.
Yeah. Most of them pay better. You'll get there.
Yeah, so like, dude, I think there's only like one dude who wasn't in the military where I work, like for my department.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty much like being in the military again, man. You just you have people who understand dark humor and can dish it out, and like makes you feel whole again a little bit in a way.
Yeah,
because you have people you can bond with again over common ground.
Yeah, over shitty circumstances.
And I'm the youngest dude here, man. So
are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy. Maybe a lot of people don't do contracting. Just a lot of older vet heads, or maybe older civilians. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because a lot of young kids just want to fucking go home and go back to doing what they were doing before they joined the Marine Corps.
Sure. Yeah. I think that's an easy thing to fall into. Just go back and not just go back to what they were doing, but I don't know.
They're comfortable with the home life. They want to be home.
Sure. And you know what? It's how it is for some people.
Yeah, whatever works for you, man.
Yeah,
I'm not discriminating.
Sure. Yeah, whatever works for you. Like it could be. Like I didn't go back home, but I lived 5 minutes from home.
Yep.
But it was nice having family around for sure. I think leaving family made it a little bit harder for me when it came to my transition. Because I think it could have been good to have family around whenever those feelings hit. Because I was over here in Washington, and I didn't want to talk to anybody about what I was dealing with. So I don't know if you felt the same when you were like, because I felt very, I don't know, alone, I guess you can say. I don't know how you felt when you were going through those rough times.
That's exactly how you feel.
Yeah, it's strange. Did you feel like you could talk to people who you were in with about it, or?
No, obviously, because you never heard from me about it.
Sure. Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't really talk to many people from are shot, dude.
Yeah. Why do you think you
They just,
didn't feel comfortable in telling me or other people that you served with, or did you tell your family about it or anybody?
there's times where I'd try to talk to my mom about it, but
Hmm.
ultimately it boils down to, are you gonna kill yourself and shit like that? And it's like,
Really?
or they tell you to just get over it. It's like, dude, yeah, you don't understand.
Yeah.
Like, this is why I don't talk to you about it, because just tried to open up to you about it, and you don't understand what we've been through and what it was like for us.
Yeah.
And
Or
I guess
losing
I
that.
couldn't.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good, man. I don't know, and I didn't really want to reach out to you about it because, dude, I didn't want to seem weak.
Yeah, man. I feel that. I feel that 100%. Because that's why I didn't reach out either. I just didn't want to be a burden, or I wasn't more like, oh, I'm a burden. It was more like I didn't want to come off as a pussy. Um,
Same.
I didn't want to like let everybody else down because I thought everybody else like most of my peers when we talked about it. Finally, we all put up this bullshit ass face, and I'm planning on doing a podcast with Ski, Parody, uh, and maybe Cat. Cat's a maybe, but Parody, Ski, and one of Parody's buddies, and we were just gonna kind of shoot the shit, right? And we're just gonna talk.
Hmm.
But I think that'll be cool to be like, why the fuck didn't you hit me up, bitch? you know?
Exactly.
And because I want to know, like, why did we put up that face? I put up that face because of my reasons. I'm telling them now. I didn't want to come off as weak. I didn't want to, and I didn't want to tell my mom or anything because like you said, it didn't feel like they would understand. And we were just like, what the fuck, you know?
And
Um,
they don't.
yeah, and like I didn't go through anything crazy, but it's like I tell people, I don't think it's just about going through that sort of combat, or I think being in that lifestyle for those 4 years or more could potentially affect. Well, actually, not potentially. I think it definitely affects the way you come back into the normal world or the civilian world, because
Hmm.
it definitely changes your perspective, and then when you come back, it makes it almost like has to remold you back into what society is and how it is,
Yeah.
because you see it differently when you're in the Marine Corps. You see a different society. You see like a very tight knit society, and like we all take care of each other, and we all fucking work in the same place. We all eat at the same place. We all sleep in the same. It's like it's literally a tribe, is what it is.
Yeah.
Your unit, your section, the guys who you're with, you become a group of people. You go get
Hmm.
food together. You fucking shit shower shave together when you're out in the field. Like you do all this bullshit, and then you get separated from it, and you're alone basically. And that's what I was trying to go with. It's just like it's crazy. Nobody understands it, but it's weird to understand. I think that's why. I think it's weird to be like, what the fuck, like because think about this: when you're telling somebody about an experience in the Marine Corps, they will never see it the way that you have it, like in your mind, like the way that you saw it.
No.
That experience, that same, the everything going on around you, the 7 tons pulling up with fucking easy guys, fox guys in the back, everything, like people talking shit, like me covered in fucking sand getting back from that uh that recovery mission with Gunny Z.
Yeah.
Like nobody can visualize what you're talking about, and I think that's what makes it a little bit difficult. It's already hard to visualize somebody's story as it is, right? But like this is something that very few people go through and experience. Even though the U.S. military is huge, but it's a small percentage of the U.S. population. So I
Yeah.
think that's what makes it even harder to explain and have people understand the shit that we go through. Sorry if I'm blabbering here. I'm just
Even some vets, dude, they just fucking show up and they punch the clock for 8 hours a day and go home. Like
yeah,
in the Marine Corps
yeah,
or whatever branch you're in. They don't
yeah,
experience they just go to work and wear a military uniform, pretty
yeah.
much.
Yeah, sometimes again, that's what's different about a 2-7, I think, or a victory unit or an infantry unit. I think that's different about it compared to other units who are more focused on the garrison side of like being back home, looking like this, passing your physical fitness test. That's more of it. And nothing against that because you still make bonds, but I think it's a little bit different compared to going overseas with these guys and training.
I think what sucks for us too, man, is we have to do 2 jobs. Like, we're not infantrymen, but they still fucking teach us all this shit and expect us to be able to do it.
Yeah, and we're working just as much as they are, even more, I think. When they're in the field, we're in the field. When they're back, we're back, but we're still training and we're still fucking fixing all our shit up. Like, it's a 24/7 grind.
Working.
Being a mortar pool.
They come back, they get off.
Yeah, standing by in the barracks, which was cool. That's why they had a lot of time to fuck with their guys, I think.
When we were.
Yeah, I think they had.
Oh yeah.
That's why they
white space training shit.
Yeah, they had a lot of time for that, and we didn't. We just had to get ready for the next field op. Be in on Sundays because field op takes off on Monday. That was very often. That was a very common thing. Everybody else was off on Sunday, and we were prepping the trucks, getting them ready for convoying out.
We're fucking 96 or 72.
Smoked. Yeah. McCorn and I were talking about that on the podcast. He's like, they said they'll get us on the back end, and he just started laughing.
Yeah, what back end? I said, dude, if you add up all the time they owe me, man, I'd probably be able to take a full 2 months off.
They should do that. They should do that. Like, if they take 96s or 72s like that, they should add those to your terminal, straight up.
Yeah,
right.
Add it to your leave days.
Isn't that fair?
Like, that's a day off I didn't fucking get. Fuck you.
You hear that, motherfuckers? You heard it here first. Fucking, we cancel our federal holidays. Get us on the back end.
Because because they don't tell you, so it's coming up. So you make plans to go somewhere.
Hell yeah, you're excited. You're like, it's weekend, baby.
Yeah.
A break.
And then they're like, oh, by the way, be here tomorrow at 8. And you're like, wait, I have somewhere I need to be in the morning. They're like, cancel that shit.
Psych. Oh, you just got home? Get back.
Yeah. Like,
that's good stuff. Yeah, they're it was a grind. That was definitely not easy. Sorry if I'm sounding a little fucking I think my allergies or the cold is affecting me. You're in the forever sunny state, dog. You're good.
They call it the Sunshine State, man. That's bullshit. It rains here every fucking day.
Does it actually?
Just about.
It's like Seattle over there, huh?
No, I mean, it's not like overcast every day. It'll just rain and then get sunny and then rain again and get sunny.
Sunny again. Huh. Does it get super cloudy when it rains again, or not terribly?
Sometimes it's daylight when it's raining, but
yeah, that's so weird.
It's all right.
Yeah. So you're with KBR now, and it obviously has a little bit of a feel to the same environment. And you're planning on staying in the contracting field, right?
Yeah, just for a while, man. I want to do it for a few years because I want to buy my land, dude.
Mm-hmm. That's smart, dude. Buy some big ass
land.
In Tejas?
Yeah, that's the ultimate goal to wind up back at, man.
Yeah.
So get a piece. Looking at getting maybe 50 acres or so.
So is Texas the? You know how everybody brags about it. Is it for reals? Is it like the all-B state?
Yeah, I got my buddy fucking talk shit on me all the time because I used to talk shit on him for loving Texas so much.
Mm-hmm.
After you get there, man, you see why.
You understand?
Dude, I will die in Texas.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I might have to look for some options over there, dude.
I mean, it's no state income tax.
Yeah.
Cost of living's actually pretty good out there, so you get what you pay for when you buy a house.
Yeah, we get no state income here, but it's fucking expensive.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
You buy a $400,000 house where you're at, it's not going to be a $400,000 house in Texas. You'll get a big ass house for that price there.
Yeah, dude. I was so upset and I couldn't find anything with that type of loan. I was like, jeez.
Yeah, man.
Fuck. You can buy a full ass house in fucking Texas.
Dude, you'd probably have like a 3 to 4,000 square foot house.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah. So for people that potentially deal with the same things that you were dealing with, which were, let's go over this, missing that sort of lifestyle, right? Feeling alone in a weird type of way, right? Not like just lonely, but like more like not having your group with you, right? Or not being a part of that thing that what once was. Because it changes every fucking like year when a new peer group gets in there, a new peer group gets in there. And to think about it, that we were only one small part of 2-7. And I guess trying to get those itches and sort of feelings of that camaraderie and that sort of tribe brotherhood feeling. What were some things that you would recommend for people that are going through that personally?
Surround yourself with like people.
Yeah,
it's hard to find people of the same, but with Facebook and everything nowadays, there's like so many pages for like local community veterans or whatever. Right. Go to VFW or American Legion, or hell, even you can find them somewhere at work on accident.
Yeah,
just surround yourself by people who understand what you're going through and just talk to them about it if you're on that comfortable relationship with them, because chances are they're probably going through the same thing or have been going through the same thing.
Sure. Yeah. Just how it was when
it's like one of my Marines, man. He
Go ahead, sorry. I'm back. Bullshit, man.
Back at it.
So you're talking about the story, right? That you've never seen so much dick until you joined the military. Nah, fuck
right. I mean, that is true, though.
That is true. Seriously, dude.
Boot camp, man, they're fucking everywhere.
It's like, Jesus fucking Christ. I wasn't prepared for this. You were saying that one of your Marines, and then it fucking decided to take a trip to space. And the internet took this conversation somewhere else.
Yeah, man. He actually worked for this company before I did. He started working here as soon as he got out of the Marine Corps. And he started getting those doubts that everyone has and shit. And I'm like, dude, know what you've been through, or what you're going through. Dude, I'm here. You can talk about it. I went through the same shit you're going through.
Yeah, it's so weird, right? How so many people go through that same shit. I thought I was, obviously one of the weird ones out, and then I started asking people, and sure enough, starts fucking happening. I start seeing my answers, and it's happening more often than I actually even thought. Nowhere near did I think that it was happening that often when it comes to. I wish I knew a percentage of how many people are dealing with that weird separation transition mode. I know you can get disability for that, right? For like not transitioning, not being able to acclimate or something like that.
I'm not sure. I haven't even been to the VA to fucking try to claim my shit.
I've been there once, and I need to go back.
Yeah,
because it was
demoralizing. I've gone to register.
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer when all my shit got denied, but I need to kick it in gear and try it again. Because I recently just fucking tweaked my back at work, so it's just like, fuck, man.
Gotta get a lawyer, man.
I've heard good and bad things about that, though. I've heard like that lawyers will fine you a fuck ton of money for some cases, right? Because Brady, he did his whole e benefits and claims on his own. He got like a decent percentage, something that he obviously needed to get, but he ended up getting that shit. So good for him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think people just need to be a little bit more open about it. I know it's easy to say from our perspective, and I probably say this a little too often. But reaching out is definitely important. Did you have anybody else reach out to you, or was it just your Marine?
I wouldn't say Parody reached out to me. I think I more or less reached out to him when I noticed he was going through a hard time.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, at least he was making it known that he was kind of struggling. Not directly, but he, like everybody else, we should definitely talk.
Yeah, and that's where that respect of like the seniorship came in. I was like, well, I feel like shit too, so I can only imagine what he's feeling. So let me reach out to him, try to just talk to him and be there. Yeah, man. It wasn't like over the phone or anything. We were just talking over Snapchat.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's how it was with Gunny. So it was when I was talking to Gunny. He was very cool. Yeah, he was very cool. I want to have him on here. He said he's going to do it soon, so it'd be cool to have him on. I'm excited to talk to that man again. It's been a while.
Dude's probably just smoking hella weed over there in Arizona.
Fucking double cross joints at the same time. He's fucking, his eyes are as low as they can get, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking bait. I'm gonna have him bait. We're gonna get baked on the podcast. You hear that, Gunny? We're gonna get high. That's good. No, I think I don't think I'll be able to do that.
You need to be able to focus.
Yeah, I'm like, what were we talking about, Gunny? Oh yeah, that time you hit me in the chest. Which
time?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. It was a good time though. I think if I just keep reaching out to people, I had somebody hit me up. Let me see what his name is. He said he wants to tell a story of the people that he served with, because he had told me that they lost. They got hit pretty hard. They lost a few guys when he was over there, and sorry, I'm trying to find this real fast. And he doesn't want his friends to be, forgotten. He wants them to be be remembered. And
absolutely,
he wants to do it by telling their stories on here. Jason Menendez. Yeah, Jason Menendez. If that's how you pronounce his name. I think the Detroit. What's it called? The Detroit Press or something like that did a little documentary on them, like a 23 video series. It's called the Detroit Michigan's Band of Brothers. It's like a reserve unit that got activated to go to take part of the Iraq campaign when after shortly 9/11. But it was just a bunch of firefighters, cops, just regular dudes that do their job out here in our part-time Marine Corps. But they went out there and they did the thing, they put in the work, and it's gonna be really cool to talk to him. I'm excited to hear what the hell he's got to say, and what he's gonna be bringing
That'll be a good one.
Yeah.
It'll probably be an emotional one.
An emotional one, yeah. It'll probably be a hard one to hear. But you know what, dude? I like hearing their stories, and I think it's cool because I feel like they get it out too, and I get to kind of relate to some of the things. Obviously, they've seen some hardcore shit, where I can relate, but I can definitely understand a little bit more than just the regular Joe. That works at their place. And I think it'll be good for them to be able to get their stories out, so people could potentially understand a little bit more of what they go through and what they deal with.
100%, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So, what do you have going on right now? You're just working for KBR. You're gonna try to get a little bit more experience in there, and move on to bigger, better lives of contracting.
Absolutely, man. This is just the foothold, stepping stone into the realm.
Do you think the results of this election might affect the way contractors get paid?
Of course.
Yeah.
Democrats in office always cut back on
military
jobs like that.
Right?
Yep. And the oil and gas industry, and those are the two fields I enjoy. So.
Yeah. It's gonna be an interesting 4 years to say the least. Let's see how this all fucking ends up concluding, because I'm sure there's gonna be. I personally think there's gonna be a little bit of a shit show here soon. Not anything crazy, but like protests maybe, fights here and there. But hopefully it's hopefully we can all control those emotions and just keep America going. And wait for the next
it
window.
needs to, man. That or just purge all the government officials off and
change
put
it up.
New faces in there.
Hit a reset button, and those life politicians, because these guys don't really do shit. I mean, I'm sure it's not an easy job to have. I'm sure it's a fucking hard ass job to have, but money corrupts all. I think not all.
Oh,
you know, it corrupts a lot. And I think we've seen a little bit too much of it now, especially with the internet age. I think it's showing all these issues that are fucking very blatant and obvious to everybody else on the internet. And hopefully we can change it for the better. I think we'll see.
I hope so, because if not, this is going to be a very scary 4 years.
Yeah, I hope it opens everybody's eyes, and then we can just get rid of those two parties and then just focus on something better. Hopefully.
Yeah.
As
long as we're not moving to the one world order.
Yeah, just one full control. I think it'll be interesting, and then see how that's going to affect the military, and see if maybe we can get some better resources out there for people. I don't know. Like you were saying, it's a Democratic Party, and those guys are. I'm not saying they like to do less for military vets or anything like that, but I just don't think that's one of their priorities. I don't think it's anybody's.
No, it's not even a Republican's priority.
No, I think we're like on the back end of things.
No, the Republicans care more about active duty.
Yeah, I think so, but I also don't think it's a big topic for them either. Like I'm sure it's one of the things that they have to have on their list, right? To like be a real full-on Republican, like support our troops, America, whatever. But I also think that it's not like really at their forefront of the mind. I think they're just like, we gotta have this on here so we could attract the right crowd to our party.
Exactly.
That's all it is, I think. I think it's just like a little mind game with people, and like, oh, let's get them on our side. They'll get them on their side. They'll and then they'll just control it from up here and cause problems and stir shit up. And I think it's become real obvious with the internet. And hopefully, we can all be smarter than what's going on, and like acknowledge that this is what's happening. Like the Social Dilemma fucking video. I couldn't finish it all because it's just like, have you heard of that before? Have you heard of this thing? It's a crazy fucking series on Netflix that talks about. I think it's a series, or it might be like just a whole movie. It talks about how Facebook and all these social media networks and how they work and how they show you specific things if you're like in a specific location, and how it like it brings you into what you need to see in order to keep you more active. So if it's something that pisses you off, or like that you're enjoying because you enjoy watching about like the Republicans or whatever, it's gonna show you more of that. That way you're more active, and they can sell your data for more money. But it's still.
I fucking deleted my Facebook.
Smart. Yeah, that's smart. I have to keep one open for this VetterView page, but it's definitely a weird thing. But it does that with everything. I think YouTube, all this shit. Those algorithms are kind of weird.
Oh, I know, man. The only media I have is Instagram and
right.
Excuse me, I guess Snapchat.
Yeah, Instagram.
And I still have Facebook Messenger, obviously, but
right. Yeah, Messenger's cool.
I just deleted Facebook. Fuck that.
Yeah, I might do that. I might keep Messenger because I feel like that would be a nice
Because you can add people on Messenger and shit.
Yeah, you can still talk to the people that you need to. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Oh yeah.
Be a good idea. Maybe just keep that VetterView Facebook page that I can still put shit on there.
Yeah. Just delete your personal one and just make a VetterView one.
Yeah, just keep that VetterView on and use that one. Because
you'll be a lot happier when you do.
Yeah, Facebook is a time spender, and
I was getting pissed off every time I got on it. So like, dude,
it does it on purpose. It's weird. It's a weird fucking machine, dude. We're feeding into it already. Because the future's gonna be strange. Hopefully nothing crazy happens. We'll have to revisit the whole Pentagon confirming out of Earth aircraft recovered. That's what we need to revisit once this election shit's over. Like, yo, bitch, I know you snuck that in there when everything was going down. You were like, let me slip it in between COVID and the presidential election, and nobody blinked an eye. You know, it's like, let's figure it out real fast. Let's hear what the fuck that's about. What do you guys know?
I feel like they did that as a stunt just to prove that the media can dictate what they want your attention on.
Yeah, the priorities. Because it was
which
very
is why
brief.
I deleted.
Yeah, it's very brief about the things that they don't want. They'll show maybe one article about it, but it'll be like nothing major, and then boom. I understand COVID's important and everything, but that also seems a little bit important.
It just shows you the media runs the country.
Yeah, it's crazy shit. It's just because of that. I think that it's too easy to communicate with everybody nowadays. I think it's very easy to spread your message across. Like when I pay money for advertising the videos, it'll go from like 44 views to like 2,800 views in a matter of like 5 days. It's wild how, and it'll
you
show
pay to have this advertised?
Yeah, man. I'm paying to get them advertised. Yeah.
Where do you advertise them on?
On Facebook.
Oh, that's why I haven't seen it then.
Yeah. I'm trying to do like Google shit, like advertise on Google, but it costs more money. There's like you have to have a bigger, you have to be able to spend a little bit more money, and at the moment that's not allowed for me. Well, it's not that it's not allowed for me. It's just it's I can't afford to be doing that.
Not a priority.
Yeah. If I sell my shirts more, like if I'm trying to sell if I do sell more of the VetterView podcast shirts, I need to invest in better equipment, like in a computer, like an actual, because this laptop struggles running all this shit, and it's because it's editing, uploading, fucking making other shit, running a few other things. They can't handle it. This computer's from this laptop is from 2013. So it's out of date, son. Yeah, it's definitely struggling.
Might have to get you one of those Mac computers, man.
Something good. It's because I already had invested in a few parts. Like I have like a case, I have like motherboard, I have a few good things, and I just need a little bit more so I can invest into the remainder parts. That way, we can get some better shit going on. Like this mic's cool. I'm gonna have to buy this for my buddy. This is a good one. I like it. We ready?
Yeah, it's got good sound quality to it.
Yeah, and it's actually recording. What this time?
Yeah,
your headphones sound good. There's no echo coming back. Yeah, that was a real bummer. I think people think that. I think people have the idea that doing the podcast is just something. It could be just as easy as press play and like cut it and send it up, right? It could.
If you had an in-home studio, it could be.
Oh, that could be cool. That could be really cool. But I'm using like a lot of, I don't want to say crappy gear, but like not the best gear. So I have to like edit it from one program. Like I have to trim the ends of one program in the beginning of one program, download it, upload it to another one, add my intro, out my outro. And I'm not complaining because I like the whole process of it, but it's just fucking, dude, it's so much more work than I thought. Like trying to set up the Shopify, trying to get it on other platforms. It's wild. It takes so much time. But
it's almost like another full-time job, man.
It fucking really is, dude. It really is. It's crazy. You could definitely make it be less than a full-time job, but I'm trying to edit videos and like cut smaller talking points just so I can have more content out there and people can hear different stories instead of listening to an hour and a half podcast. They could pull a middle part of like if you and I talking about how fucking government contracts are getting paid a lot of money. Well, when you're overseas in shitty countries, not shitty countries, but just not the best countries, they pay a contractor a lot more money than they pay the military guy who's trained to do that specific job. Way less, they pay us diesel techs way less than they pay a civilian diesel tech to do it, which blows my mind, and it's fucking gets me angry, dude.
Because the military salary pay, man.
Yeah.
Equality for all.
Equality for all. It doesn't matter.
The biggest union in the world.
Yeah. Weird. It's the strangest fucking union. It's a weird one for sure. I think we're gonna cut it here, man. I think this has been a good conversation. We went to a bunch of different random shit, but whatever. It is what it is. Thanks for doing it again. I'm sorry that the first time it didn't work out. Well, it was a great conversation. We buzzing quite a bit.
Dude, I know. I feel bad because I didn't bring it like I brought it the last time, man.
Dude, it's all
I forgot
good.
a lot of this shit I talked about.
It's all good, dude. It's all good. I still enjoyed it. And last time we had alcohol, so it was like that's like a word. That's like a word lubricant. You're just like,
Yeah, I was feeling real good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We had too many beers. The other one,
and
I didn't notice that the audio was coming out like shit. But I still had fun. So
I did too, man.
Yeah, I'm glad you came on here again, brother. I appreciate you. Everybody that you seen, listened to this episode 4 in the books. Finally, 4.5, 4 3/4, we'll call it.
Yeah. 4 and a fuck up.
4 and a fuck up. No. 4 and a learn. 4 and a learning curve. We'll call it that. That'll be my excuse. This is gonna be everywhere. I'm gonna post it on Anchor, and Anchor will send it to Shopify, Facebook. I mean, not Shopify. Sorry. Spotify, Facebook, YouTube, fucking Pocket Cast, Google Cast, everything. I'll post a link on the description. And if you haven't followed the other channels that have been supporting VetterView, they're in the description as well. Those guys have been doing amazing things for the podcast, like the signing one of my shirts, Music Junkies. Those guys hooked me up. The Bruce and Bros podcast. Those guys are always advertising VetterView. You guys are the shit. Check them out. And I'm adding 2 more links to the podcast. Let's see. The corns, I believe. Un segundo. This is Insomniac Gaming. I'll add them on there. You guys will check them out. Anyways, dude. Thank you for doing it again. If you guys enjoyed it, like, share, subscribe, please, everything, whatever you want. The shirts are up. I'm going to be doing a giveaway. Thanks for doing it again, brother. Peace.
Absolutely, buddy. I appreciate it.
Of course, man. My pleasure. Hasta luego, amigo.